Be Sure to Cook. Today we're going to be doing meatball subs. We're going to do everything homemade. And I'm going to add a little Creole seasoning inside of there. It's going to give this a great stir. That guys, I am good to go. I hear you. Yes. Oh my God, that is wonderful. So that was about 4 to 5. I'm back. Bye. Welcome back to another episode of Be Sure to Cook. Today, we're going to be making a sweet potato cheesecake. So stay tuned and let's do this. Okay, I got a small sweet potato that I had got and I had washed it. I'm going to bake this sweet potato, so I'm going to roll this in some aluminum foil and I'm going to put this in a 400-degree oven until it's nice and soft. I'm not going to use the skin at all. I'm going to cut it down. I'm going to scoop out the potato is what I need. All I need is a fresh sweet potato in the middle. Okay, so let's put this in the oven. I did some spring pans for my cheesecake. I put aluminum foil on the bottom. These are mini cheesecakes. And I put a parchment paper non-stick. I cut off the rim and put them in the bottom. So I'm hoping that they don't leak because some of the spring pan, that's why we put the paper in the bottom, hoping they don't leak. Okay, then we're going to put exactly, I measured it, 2 cups of water in this pan. As you know, I have a rack here that goes at the bottom. It's going to keep it kind of elevated. Most people take their cakes and they take water and they put them up halfway. But since I'm kind of iffy about it, I'm just going to leave it right there at the base of it, the water. And we're going to just cook them like that at 325 degrees. But first, we got to make the mix. Okay, so let's get to it. Okay, I got my sweet potato out. Look at it. And look, it is so soft. And it seems like it's got its own natural juices. I'm going to cut this with a knife. It is still piping hot. Look at that. That is the sweet potato. I'm going to dig this out. And I'm going to put this in my bowl. And we're going to try to get this to cool down. And see how I'm peeling this back and peeling this away from the skin. I don't know why I said the skin. Okay, it's because it's hot and I got to concentrate on it burning my fingers. Okay, I just took it out of the bowl and I try to measure it. Well, I didn't try, I am measuring it to find out what to. So this is all a half cup of, and I'm just putting it back in to find out what it was. This is a half cup of roasted sweet potato. Okay, now that I have my half cup of roasted and it's still hot, I'm going to add a half teaspoon of butter, cream butter, and this is that Smart Blend healthy butter. So I'm going to use it just like that because it's going to melt because this is very hot. If it cools down, you can kind of warm it up just to melt that. And I'm going to start blending this up with the butter. And slowly, then I'm going to turn it on high because I want this to be very creamy. Tablespoon of brown sugar. 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. I don't have nothing smaller, but a half of a fourth of a teaspoon of allspice. Because allspice is kind of strong. So you don't want to use a whole 1/4. You want to use half of a 1/4. I'm using 1 teaspoon of half and half, or you can use a heavy cream. All right, now we're going to get to our filling mix that we have. We're going to open up 2 Philadelphia cream cheese and 1/2 Philadelphia cream cheese. Okay, this is my first, and I'm greedy, so I'm going to scrape all the remains out of here and make sure everything gets in the pan. Okay, going on to my next one. Okay, my second one. I'm going to open up this one. Third, that is my half. You just cut that in half. Make sure these are room temperature. Let's beat this until it gets a creamy mix. After I blended this very well, I'm going to add 1/3 cups of granulated sugar. And I want to really beat this because I want that sugar to really, really mix in there. I don't want sugar grains. One-fourth teaspoon of salt. 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. I'm just going to sip this in here. Great. Start to mix well. Flour on the sides. I'm just going to scrape down the flour. Okay, I've got to crack 5 eggs at room temperature. Okay. 5 large eggs at room temperature. And then my last egg, I always crack on the bowl, hoping everything's in there. Okay, so these look very great. Okay, I'm going to start blending. I'm going to add 1 egg at a time. Okay, second egg. Third egg. Fourth egg. Last egg. All right. I'm giving 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Okay, it's just a teaspoon. Mix that up a little bit. I'm going to need 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Got to have a little flavor there. I'm going to put something else in here also, guys. That's 1. And that's 2. Okay, then this is a can of sweet condensed milk. Sweetened condensed milk. And this is 14 ounces. Okay, we got to scrape down the sides. We didn't get a chance to scrape down any of these sides. Okay. Okay, my secret is 1 tablespoon of Jim Beam. So it's gonna cook off anyway. It's gonna give us a little bit of flavor. Let's go ahead and mix that up. All right, then it's real loose, like an ice cream custard, because this is exactly what this is, a custard. So it's gonna get thickened as it cooks, and it's gonna get real thick. So don't worry about that. Just pour your batter into your tin pans, put your water and put them at 325 degrees for at least about an hour. Check them what you want to do is you want to get a toothpick or a small little edge knife. You want to stick it in there and make sure it comes out clean, just like a cake. Okay, so here is my mix, and I got my little pans. This is my first one. I'm going to add the cheesecake filling into this. Okay, you remember that sweet potato? I'm just going to take a little bit, and then I'm just going to mix that to get that sweet potato all in there. I wanted this. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Okay, this is going to go in a water bath. You want to just make sure those sink down there. You want to go this in a water bath, and there you go. We're going to clean that side up, and there you have it. Okay, I measured out 3 cups of hot boiling water. I'm going to put in here where took these just right, like I like them. This is going to go in the oven for 325 degrees. Okay, after you let your cheesecake cook for an hour or hour and 20 minutes, you have to check it every 20 minutes and stick that toothpick in there. If it comes out clean, then you know it's ready to come out. Okay, so what I did is I let those cool for at least 30 to 45 minutes, and after I did that, I wrapped it up and I put it in the refrigerator. You can put it in a pan and put some aluminum foil. You can put it in a bowl, as long as it don't touch the top of it. You want that to be cool enough to put in the refrigerator and let it sit for overnight. Okay, the next morning they will be delicious, cold, and ready to serve. Okay, and this is the sweet potato cheesecake. Now everything's still, and see how the sweet potatoes is actually shine through that cheesecake? Okay, so why I put the aluminum foil over the pan, around the pan, and I double wrapped it because we did have a little leakage. So it was leaking. Can you see? It was leaking because you got to think, this is a farm spring pan, and it's in 2 pieces. You have your pan, and then you have the piece that goes up underneath to lock it in, and then you have the clip on the side that clips it. Well, you think about it. You put water in it, it's going to kind of leak. So from not leaking, I put, some foil around the pan, and it did do a little leak, but it didn't do too bad. You can tell where it was up here, and it leaked just a little bit up underneath the pan. See, it did leak, but that's okay. We're going to open it up. Oh, it leaked all over here. And we're going to try to pop this up and out, and then here you have it. But I still have the pan. We're going to gently, because I did have some, paper up underneath it, the paper to help it hold in there. We're going to put this to the side. We're going to lift this out. And here it is, sweet potato cheesecake. Hey, please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because guess what? You and me, we did this. We did this together. Come back next time and we'll make plenty more dishes. See you next time. Bye. Okay, here it is. Sweet potato cheesecake. Got me a knife. Let's cut into it and let's see. Ooh, it's creamy and it's thick. Ooh. Let's see what this looks like. I'm trying to peel this up because it's so thick. It's peeling up the whole thing. Let me cut back in here again. Woo! Don't forget it, I got it on that parchment paper down here also that I put on the end. So that's what it is. It's not letting me pull that up. I need a spatula, guys.